Inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lance now on first down. That's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Bishop. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. First down, Murray. Flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Andre Cisco.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
From the 22, Lance finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance
Gets this one to use check.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Kene Nwangu.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Murray off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run is Nwangu.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On first down, Betts. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Lance.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Anthony Averett picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Nwangu. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kene Nwangu with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Play fake. Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10.
Green. Right here. 41's coming. 41's a money.
To throw is Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. Fighting through, and he's got space.
Missed.
He will not go down. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers.
Kene Nwangu
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. An option handoff given to Sanders.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Murray now on 1st down. They shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Mike 34, Mike 34. Come on. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 13, Mike 13. Check. Buzz. Mike 13.
Shotgun now from Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Play action. Now it's Murray. Rolling to his right. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Palardy. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Now Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 13. Get in the way.
A final shot before half for Murray. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's right. We can't be stopped.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Eluding the pressure right. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Sliding out of the pocket to Connor on the check down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
13, Mike 13. Come on, Mike 13.
Here's Murray from midfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Mike 13. I got him. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike 13. Danny.
This man complete. That's Bishop. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Now a give right side. It's Bishop, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals claw one back. The point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Shotgun now for Lance. Buying time to his left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 149 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another run now for Nwangu. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the give is Nwangu. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 17, Lance got an open man. It's Valdes-Scantling. And the ball is knocked out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Give me some. Here we go. Mike 13. That's one. 13. He's coming.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On play action, Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead.
Flushed out right. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
From the gun, it's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got room. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Kene Nwangu
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Rondale Moore,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on 1st down. Betts. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Betts. Space to run past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
66, Cardinals 34. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And that's complete to Sanders. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 166 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll go down at the 28. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what?
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check. You not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blue.